I'm live. Oh my goodness. I figured it out. Hello, welcome to the listening party to celebrate the release of my new record. And can you just give me a thumbs up or something in the chat to let me know that you're actually hearing me and I'm here because I can see you're here. Hello, Amanda. Hi, Catherine. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hello, Patricia, Michelle, Amanda. Oh my goodness. I've got a thumbs up from Devin. Thank you so much. Okay. This is coming live. Thank you, Matt. Oh, hello. Hi, Michelle. We have Canada. We have Seattle. We have New York. We have Strathdickey, Airlie Beach. We have California. Oh my gosh, this is very, very exciting. Northern California, Southern California. I don't know why I don't do lives every week. I think I'm going to have to. This is very exciting. Hello. I tell you what, the technology, as much as, you know, my voice is in a billion places right now, telling people where to go and what to do, it's really a trip figuring out these kinds of things, and perhaps I just need to do them more frequently. Perhaps that's the scoop. Okay, thank you, Hayden Rove, who is my my tech director. A 5-second delay to the other room. That's absolutely perfect. So I've got to tell you that it took 2 years to make this album. 2 years, and the very first session was September 26th, 2019. And I went into the studio in New York City. I went from our apartment on 43rd Street. I walked over to Engine Sound on 38th Street and started working with Matt Anthony on this album. And the very first song that we recorded actually ends up as the last song on the album that you're going to hear. And I remember that date very specifically. And if you know me, you know how important an influence Olivia Newton-John has been on my life and my music as an inspiration. And the 26th of September happens to be her birthday. So that's how I really remember that was the first date we started recording the album. So we recorded about half the record in person in the studio in New York at Engine Sound. And then, March 17th, 2020, we all know what we've been dealing with since then. And we came to Australia. Everything halted. A recording of the album halted. And then early in 2021, when it became clear we were going to stay in Australia longer than we had first thought, which, I mean, we already knew that. We were only coming here for a few weeks while the pandemic blew over. I started to look at what I was missing most about my creative life in New York. And one of the things I was missing most was continuing with recording the record. So Matt, in his brilliance, figured out how we would remotely record. And I would do the guide tracks right here, actually, on this here keyboard. And thank you, Michelle. A brilliant decision. Yeah, goodness, for all the challenges there've been, it's incredibly, incredibly fortunate for us that we made that decision. And that was Tom who looked at me and said, should we go to Australia? And I said, that's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Anyway, we ultimately did come here. I would do the guide vocals and piano tracks, send them over to Matt, and he and I then would set up remote recording sessions. Oh, Hayden, I'm loving these emojis. Thank you. Remote recording sessions from New York City to Airlie Beach. Now, I will tell you, it is 9,560 miles from New York to Airlie Beach. It is a long way, and it blows my mind to think that we could finish recording this album. We could continue recording it because there were 4 or 5 tracks that were done remotely. And now we are on to our 3rd track of the new record because I am on a roll, baby. I am going to keep recording music that I have been writing, and I'm on I feel really creatively unleashed right now. So we're continuing to remotely record, and we'll build the track on a Zoom. We'll be on Zoom. Matt is so talented. He plays guitar. He plays mandolin. He plays bass. He builds the incredible soundscapes. And before you know it, we have this incredible track. And then I will record the vocals, the real vocals. He'll send that over to me, and piano back to him, and we mix. So it's really quite the process. So now this is going to be a lo-fi experience. I'm just going to let you know it's a lo-fi experience because technology, it's amazing. And I did a lot of research, and my closest friend, who is a tech genius, has been helping me figure the tech out. But she curated an incredibly huge TED Talk with a dozen speakers today in the US. And so being able to fully do the tech prep to get this to be a hi-fi experience didn't quite happen the way I would like. So if you have purchased the album from KarenJacobsen.com, if you purchased the digital album, you might want to keep it handy. And when I play the songs as we go, you might want to play it yourself to get more of the hi-fi experience. You might have a streaming service on your phone. You might be on your computer watching this and then have that on your phone and be able to go over and play each track down so that you can have more of a hi-fi experience. Or if you're just with us, just pretend, that this is happening globally with like tens of thousands of miles between us, and we're lucky to hear anything. And hopefully you can be, we can have an experience where you can, hear the song enough to get a sense of it for the first time. This song, the first one on the album, is called Discovered. And it's a song I wrote more recently, and it took me by surprise. I didn't really sit down and think, I'm going to write a song about my experience moving countries and chasing a dream and ultimately finding self-fulfillment. I didn't think that. I just sat down to write. This is the song that came, and it's definitely autobiographical, but truly about the experience of discovering oneself. And I am going to play it now. And if you'll in the chat, give me some thumbs up that the volume is okay and that the sound work well, really that the volume is okay, hoping it will come through and all work enough. This is track 1, Discovered. Well, that is really annoying because it worked when I tested. So now what am I going to do? Okay, I need to troubleshoot this. Well, let me see. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. That is a great idea. Can you bring the... Oh, okay. Tech issues. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's the headphones. Okay. So hold on. Let me try. Yes, Tom the Tech Man. Exactly. Hold on. Let me try this. Thank you, Hayden Tech Man. Let me try this before we try that. Okay.
I bought a ticket only one way to the land where they would only talk straight. On a mission now to live out my fate, to be discovered. No point in getting lonely solo. It's a game and I can trust all I know. There are doors and they are open. Let's go and be discovered. There's a brick, a wall of bricks that closing in on me that I instead pass. Try me, love me, have a way of testing us, but we can recover. Given half a chance, I'll make the magic. Let me show you what I got. I've been preparing for this every single day of my life since birth, but to be discovered. Melodies in the underscore. Wide awakened, my turn to fly high. All done with the genius grows. A cocoon I see her breaking open. And she discovered herself as she I wanted to get only one way.
That was the first song. Sound is a bit in and out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear the sound is a bit in and out. Oh, as I said, it's going to be a bit of a lo-fi experience. So wherever you are and however your internet is, I hope that you can hear the song. That was discovered. And gosh, Matt Anthony and his ability with strings, well, aside from anything else, is really, for me, very inspiring and just brings the songs to life and makes them what I think they really want to be. The next song on the album is the title track, and I want to tell you a little bit about this song, which I think after I wrote this song, I thought I need to make a new album. In August of 2019, I joined or registered for a service called the iHeart Songwriting Club. And an amazing Australian Queensland songwriter, Francesca de Valence, created the iHeart Songwriting Club. And over 1,000 songwriters, I think, now participate. And what it is, it's a structure where you're put into a group of about 10 writers, and it's a mastermind for songwriters. And there's a task every week. There's a 10-week term, and every week you can you are given a task, and the idea is to build a songwriting practice. And for those of us who have busy lives, and even though we think we're put on the planet to write songs and perform them, there is life, there is other work, there is family, there is parenting. There are a lot of aspects to my life that didn't exist when I was 20 and focusing all my time on writing songs. So as I joined the iHeart Songwriting Club, I was able to, again, build a songwriting practice. So I'd be writing every week. So I've written at least a song a week for the last 2 years as a part of that club. And so over 100 songs alone, just as a part of the club. And 8 of the songs on this album I wrote as a part of the iHeart Songwriting Club. So I wrote this song after we went to Los Angeles. Tom and I flew out there for the memorial of a very close friend of his, Dan Preston. And Dan was just the most amazing guy. He was so upbeat and genuinely interested in people. He loved people. And it was a shock. Dan had recently retired, and it was just such a shock to find out that he had gone. And we went to his memorial in LA, and after we returned from that and we came home, something about that experience just shifted me. And I was like, well, look, I'm on the planet to write songs, and I need to do it. I need to do it seriously again. And that was the inspiration of this song, Ready for What I Came Here For. And as you listen to this song, I hope it will give you a moment to reflect. Are you doing what you came here for on the planet in this lifetime? And perhaps there's something further to explore or to do. So this is Ready for What I Came Here For.
I'm not sure I remember signing up for a life I would simply get through, needing more than the regular day to day, where the fears and doubts would run away. I can see my reflection, feel the yearning while reaching across the divide between who I once was and who I decide. Every chrysalis must take its time. Now I'm ready for what I came here for. Ready or not, ready for what I came here for. In the thrill of the moment, all caught up with the wind and its promise to take me to faraway places. I closed the door, considered letting go, but wanting more. And now I'm ready for what I came here for. Ready or not, ready for what I came here for. Ready for what I came here for. And then along came the answer, like the whitest of horses, so free in the valley of wonder, anticipating come what may, on the edge of thought, and I am here to stay. Finally ready for what I came here for. Ready or not, ready for what I came here for. Ready for what I came here for.
So excited to share this music with you. The next song. Thank you, Devon. Devon, where are you in the world? I can recognize where a lot of people are from. I cannot recognize where you're from. And we also have Heather on the Gold Coast joining. Hi, Heather. You and I are in sync, baby. I love it. The next song is a song inspired by Boston. Oh, Devon, that's so awesome. Hi, thanks for being here. The next song is inspired by childhood memories of to my mind, the most beautiful place in the world, Cayman Island. Now, we came out to Australia. We were in lockdown at my parents' in Toowoomba. Now, Toowoomba is west of Brisbane in Queensland. And we were all, figuring out life one day at a time back in April of 2020. And I was writing a song every week in the iHeart Songwriting Club. And on this particular day, I sat down to write and I thought to myself, if I could be anywhere in the world, where would I be right now? And I thought I would be on Cayman Island, an island in the Whitsundays Islands. There are 74 islands nestled around the Great Barrier Reef. And I sat down, and this is the song that emerged. I didn't think it's just the song that emerged. And after I finished writing this song, I said to my husband, Tom, once lockdown is over, I want to take you and Hayden up to North Queensland, to the region that I'm from, because I'm from Mackay, which is less than 2 hours from Airlie Beach and Cayman Island. And I want to show you the beauty of North Queensland. And that's what we did. We took a trip then up to North Queensland, and we ended up spending 5 weeks in the Whitsundays, and we spent time on Hamilton Island and on Daydream Island and here in Airlie Beach. It was an amazing trip, and we met beautiful people while we were here. And they said, oh, you know what? I think that there'd be a lot of opportunity for you if you wanted to stay here. If you stay on in Australia, perhaps you could stay in this region. And we're in the entertainment business. We're thinking, where is the opportunity for us here? But we fell in love with it. I fell in love with it all over again. And Tom had 2 questions for me. One of them was, why have you never brought me here before in 17 years of us coming to Australia together? And secondly, why did you ever leave? In any event, we did end up staying in this region, and it is almost as if this song brought us to this area. I mean, now I can see Cayman Island from the balcony where we live, which blows my mind. I'm very excited to share this song with you. There's a beautiful music video we filmed on Island, which was a dream come true. And that music video you can watch. And this is the song, Cayman Island. Allow yourself to be transported for a few minutes to paradise.
Can see what you can see. Your vision brings all the beauty to life. Where calm the waters flow free. A change in conversation takes us back sharply, right to the point. Out of the shadows you'll see. Your mind, your soul, your body. Take me to Cayman Island, take me. Feeling the breeze, ease the longing. Take me to Cayman Island. Take me. The angst is real and born of years and years, holding onto old thoughts, awareness and sweet belief. Where calm the waters flow free. Take me to Cayman Island. Take me. Feeling the breeze that ease the longing. Take me to Cayman Island. Take me. Clearing the way, starting anew, letting it light me through. Being the first over the waves of Take me to Cayman Island. Take me. Feeling the breeze, the ease, the longing. Take me to Cayman Island. Take me. Take me to calmer waters. Take me. Take me to Cayman Island. Leave me.
Oh, that song is really special to me and to us, especially because it does seem a little bit like the song was the precursor or the premonition energy of bringing us here. I mean, truly, there have been some chapters in my life and in our lives together, but I could not have begun to write this plot twist. I'm telling you right now. My goodness, I really hope you enjoyed that song. And Cayman Island continues to be, in my opinion, the most beautiful place in the world. So when the borders open up, when the world sorts itself out, let's just all meet on Cayman Island and have a celebration together. What do you think? Are we in? Shall we do that? A big Cayman Island beautiful dinner on the sand, something like that. The next song on the record is one that was also written more recently, and I think I'll tell you about the inspiration behind this song after I play it for you, but I will certainly tell you that this is a topic that I've dealt with a lot of my life, and the title of the song is Approval, and I have a much healthier relationship with that word and with that concept than I did for a lot of my life. But waiting for other people's or societies or the media's or the music business's approval is something that I am, as I said, in a way healthier place with. So being able to write this song and express it, and I just love the arrangement Matt Anthony did for this song. I hope you enjoy it. This is Approval.
Not waiting for your approval. Not waiting for your approval. In the court of public opinion, to turn a phrase you are twisting to fulfill your agenda. It's not okay, it's not okay, it's not okay. Each and every feeling brings me closer to healing. By focusing on the beat of my heart, the rhythm, and it's different now. You sit so still while you look the other way. But the coast is clear and the moon is full. I'm not waiting for your approval. I'm not waiting for your approval. It's been a test of endurance. It almost got the better of me once. I held back to my mantra. I'll be okay, I'll be okay, I'll be okay, I'll be okay. I'm trying harder to let go. Don't just obsess with the phone. It's a wonder I can focus in on the beat of my heart. The rhythm is different now. I can sit so still while you look the other way. The coast is clear and the moon is full. I'm not waiting for your approval. I'm not waiting for your approval. It gives me fire, it gives me life. Say you want me, say you love me. I know how to play that ass. You say it's any corner in a diamond world. In spite of the estrangement, eventually the oyster becomes a pearl. It's different now. I can sit so still while you look the other way. The coast is clear and the moon is full. I'm waiting for you. It's different now. I don't have my fill. Go on, you can look the other way. My mind is clear and my heart is full. I'm not waiting for you. I'm waiting for your approval. Thank you very much.
So that little thank you very much at the end was something that just came out of my mouth when I was recording the vocals, and we were deciding whether to leave that in or not. We left it in during the early part of the recording process, and when it came to the end, the final decision needing to be made about whether that was going to stay in or not, Matt and I were really back and forth in our conversations about that. And then our son Hayden, who is 13, we were having a conversation about it, my husband Tom and our son Hayden and I, and whether to leave it in or not. And Hayden said something very wise, which I really appreciated and took to heart. He said, you know, Mum, I think you should leave it in. I said, oh, darling, why? Why do you think we should leave it in? And he said, because it sounds like you're having a lot of fun when you say thank you very much. And isn't that the whole point of the album? Yes, that is the whole point of the album. Thank you, Guru Hayden. And so that really was a moment of truth for me, and it made it very clear that yes, we were going to keep that in. But that's a song. The message from the song Approval is one that I just feel like every teenage girl could be uplifted by. I know the teenage me would have been uplifted by that message. And I mean, I think a lot of adults also might appreciate that message. To be reminded that it's not really about what everybody else thinks. It's about how it sits for you and how it aligns for you. Does it feel right to you? Not what is everybody else going to think? And are people going to like me or not like me for living my own truth? I was watching a documentary about Taylor Swift, and Taylor is in a very different generation and musical world than I am in. But I watched I think it's Miss Americana, the documentary about Taylor Swift's life, and it was incredibly inspiring. I have watched it twice. I just found that documentary incredibly well made and such an interesting observation on dynamics in society, in the world, and in the music business. And she talks about approval in that documentary, and she has experienced, assault and all kinds of very difficult things. So I was inspired by Taylor Swift and her life experience to write the song Approval. And of course, I want people to love my songs. I want them to love my songs. I want them to resonate with the messages. I want them to actually matter and to really sing into people's hearts. And what I've learned in the process of making this record is I'm to write and sing my truth, and then how it lands is how it lands. And that's something I am practicing every day. The next song on the album is called Burning Bright. And I have a vision of filming a beautiful music video to this song with, we are in tropical North Queensland now. Mackay, my hometown, where I grew up, where I was born, where I grew up, is 2 hours from here. And it's all sugarcane. The fields are just incredibly beautiful. Sugarcane is majestic and just, it's all over the place, where we don't have, when you're not looking at the ocean, the turquoise water of the ocean and beautiful tropical islands, you're seeing sugarcane. So it's a magical combination I adore. It's very nurturing and nourishing to me. But I would love to do to film a music video with part of the sugarcane's life cycle is burning the cane, doing the cane burn, where you have fire that comes through to then process the sugarcane, and they're spectacular. So I would love to film with the sugarcane burning a music video for this song. This is Burning Bright.
My world stood still, but there was movement all around. Forgot to breathe, heat soaked up the sound. The sky was all aglow. It didn't matter, I had been the last to know. The wall of flames will set you straight. You need it now, it cannot wait. How you respond, conceal your fate. You're burning bright. The embers swirl around closing in too late to fight. You know what's true, you know what's right. You're burning, you're burning bright. You're burning I'm walking slow, but with every step I'm sure. And it's funny since I'm on a road I haven't traveled before. The horizon was up ahead. The only sign I needed, I was well on my way. The wall of flames will set me straight. You need it now and cannot wait. How you respond, conceal your fate. You're burning bright. The embers swirl around the light. You're closing in too late to fight. You know what's true, you know what's right. You're burning bright. You're burning Sweet as nectar tends to be beyond the deepest darkness of your destiny. Taste of freedom seeps into your bones. The seeds are sown to never face fear alone. The wall of flames will set you straight. You need it now, it cannot wait. How you respond, conceal your fate. You're burning bright. The embers swirl around the light. You're closing in, too late to fight. You know what's true, you know what's right. No need to try with all your might. You know what's true, you know what's right. You're burning. You're burning bright. You're burning bright. You're burning
Are you still with me? Can you give me a thumbs up? A little something? It's quiet in the chat unless I'm missing something. Oh, yes. Good. We're still live. I am sometimes asked the question if I really held that note at the end of that song. And I really did. Over and over again, because that's how I rock. That's how I roll, not how I rock. Maybe it's how I also rock. Oh my goodness. Can I thank you, Heather? Inspiring lyrics. Thank you so much. Thank you. After I wrote that song, that Burning Bright song, it seemed to me very clearly to me like it was supposed to be for Keith Urban. Now, if anybody on the stream here at the party has a connection to Keith Urban for real, I would love to get that song to him. I really think it was meant for Keith Urban. But in the meantime, I am recording it and putting it on my album myself. But yeah, it's a song that just has that little bit of flavor. Oh, John Hudak's asking, who is Keith Urban? Well, you may have heard of an Australian Academy Award-winning actress called Nicole Kidman, and Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman are married, but Keith Urban independently has an extraordinarily successful global career as a country songwriter, guitarist, and singer, and they're based out of Nashville, and Keith is extremely talented. He's originally from Queensland. He's from the same state. Well, actually, he's originally from New Zealand, but grew up in the Brisbane area. So another Queensland artist. We can claim him as a Queensland artist, right? Here is the next song, which is inspired by my husband. So thank you, John Hudak, for introducing me to Tom Hudak all those years ago. And actually, John Hudak, it's coming up to 20 years. It'll be 20 years in next month since I met you, but it was still a few years before you introduced me to your brother, who is the love of my life. This next song it's about the intimacy of love and allowing ourselves to melt into that space of love. This is called Begins to Glow.
Quietly, the dawning of a Sunday comes to call, it comes to call. And precious is the space between the breaths as we abandon every wall. Indulging in the magic as we go, I surrender, my heart begins to glow, begins to glow. Begins to glow. Suddenly the interlude suspends my senses temporarily. And where there once was only time to fill, there's an insatiability. With no protection from the undertow, I surrender, and my heart begins to glow, begins to glow. Begins to left alone in desperation is the hardest time to bear. Perhaps you didn't know that you'll for just a while goodbye still leave me there. After all these years, it may not show, but I surrender, and my heart begins to glow, begins to.
Oh my goodness. That song is that one is really special to me. The next song, and for those of you who are hanging out all the way, thank you so much for being here. I have a little reveal at the end, so well, maybe close to the end in a little while. The next song is one that I wrote out of my love for the radio. The song is called The Radio. When I was growing up listening to 4MK Mackay radio, it was just my access as a young person to what was happening out in the world, separately to, gosh, growing up in the middle of nowhere in North Queensland. But we would hear, that is how we would hear new music. That is how we would know what was going on in the world, and the radio was everything. So this is my love letter to the radio. And I just have to tell you, because yesterday I've had a lot of media interviews, which has been amazing in the last couple of weeks leading up to the release of the album this week. And last night I had an interview on ABC radio, which went all the way across regional Queensland. And before the interview, they played this song. They played the radio. So the radio has now been on the radio, which does make me very happy. This is a really nostalgic song. And I hope it makes you feel warm and connect with, gosh, your own younger years in a really positive, nurturing way.
I got to know that as much as you want it to, it almost always means no. You can wish upon a star that you can make somebody give you their heart. Flying high in the night, never better got my headphones on. You know that feeling, how your soul can't stir from hearing Jackson Brown sing your favorite song. As much as you don't want it to, the memory hurts when you had wished upon a star that couldn't make somebody give you their heart. Being 14, being 15, being 16, relentlessly aching, wishing, pining for a sign it would be over soon. I dreamed myself into the great romances on the radio. With Jack and Diane, Brenda and Eddie, I escaped into my cameo. My cameo. As much as you don't want it to, reality stings and now I wish
Oh my goodness. That song is, it's one that I just love the nostalgia of thinking back to growing up and listening to the radio. Oh, hello, Gina. Gina Carr is my, is the tech genius who helped me make it possible for this to happen. Thank you, Gina. And as I said earlier in the stream, Gina was busy curating an entire huge TED in Georgia in the United States. And I am so happy. Oh, I was on the online version of that TEDx last year. I must share that link. And yeah, Gina finally had the opportunity to do that in person, which is really huge, Gina. So congratulations. And thanks for joining us here. Thank you, Devin from Boston. I love the internationalness of knowing that we are all connected in this moment across the world, across the energy and the ether and the frequencies, that we can all be together in this moment in time. And coming up between now, well, sometime in the next month or so, I'm going to do another one of these, probably at a similar time, but it's going to be as in a live stream, but I'm going to do a concert. Now that I've figured that this spot works pretty well, I can get my my angle right and my lighting right, and the piano is here. So I plan to do an actual concert. And I did want to say thank you so much to those of you who are on the stream who have already purchased the album. I know a number of you pre-purchased the album, pre-ordered the digital version or the hard copy version. And really in the US, other than Australia, it's really all about the digital album until I figure out hard copies in the US. Probably when I tour there, maybe in June, July. Let's see how the borders and the virus and the world is. But that is one plan, is to potentially also book some private concerts, maybe and some public concerts across the US while we are there in June, July of next year. But for now, it's purchasing online. And if you've already done that, thank you so much for supporting independent original music. And if you are interested in owning the album, the way to do it, the best way to do it for any independent artist is directly with their website. And mine, of course, is KarenJacobsen.com, and you'll be able to find there, if you go to the store, two options. One is to now purchase, because it's out. That's right, we're celebrating the release. The album is $9.99 US, and it will come straight as a download to your computer. And I'm also offering a bundle of 62 songs, including the new album and a lot of my back catalog, for $49.99. So they're there as links on KarenJacobsen.com. And I do agree completely, Barbara. Music is the great connector, and music is the power of music. There's a healing power of music, and it just, to me, it's the universal language. And here we go with the next song. This is a song about the passing of time, and gosh, just how quickly life can, we can blink and suddenly a month, a year, a decade goes by. This is called Swept Away.
How much does a koala drink? Perhaps you never stop to think. Questions you never thought to ask. Do you take yourself to task? I watch the moon, it's getting smaller, growing bigger. Over the water, where the currents hold a magic spell. And in its fullness comes a change so unexpected. And we're with the wave, I'm swept away. Arrived, but also hardly there. Besides, still not far from the edges of despair. Complete, but wonder where's the fun? Am I the only one to watch the moon? It's getting smaller, growing bigger. Over the water, where the currents hold a magic spell. And in its fullness comes a change so unexpected. And with the wave, I'm swept away. I'm swept away. Where else do you expect to run? You're face to face and head to head. Wherever you go, there you are. There's no need to fight so hard. I watch the moon, it's getting smaller, growing bigger. Over the water, where the currents hold a magic spell. And in its fullness comes a change so unexpected. And with the wave, swept away. I'm swept
I got a bit swept away there myself. Oh my goodness, it was a bit meditative listening to that song. That song always makes me think about, it just makes me think about Hawaii and our favorite beach in Hawaii, which is Ko'olina on the western shore of Oahu, and just looking out at the ocean and the moonlight on the water at that beach. We are 2 songs to go. So that was the 8th song of 10 on the album. This next song is, it's really a song about friendship. But there was a period in my life where I was meeting a lot of people called Stephanie. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever met a lot of Stephanies all at once? But it really just kept getting introduced to new people, and their name was Stephanie. And that ultimately inspired this song, which became thematically a song about friendship and the importance and treasure of friendship. And I bring you the song, The Stephanies.
One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. twists of fate have brought us all together. Now it seems like every time I turn around, another one comes into my life. One by one, they are here, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they are here, and now the Stephanies are here. It was wearing me down, leaving down after down. The kind of Brisbane, Sydney, then New York City. The great unknown was waiting everywhere I turned. But then the truest treasures came to be my friends. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they are here, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here. One by one, they appear, and now the Stephanies are here.
It is a cute song, Gina, isn't it? That song makes me happy. It's uplifting, it's fun. We are almost at the end of the listening party. We have one song to go. I am going to play you the last song on the album, which was the first song we recorded. No, it wasn't planned that way. I'm also happy to answer any questions if you want to put any questions in the chat about the recording process or the record, and I can hang out a little bit afterward to connect and chat and answer. And I have a little surprise after we play the next song, which is the final song on the album. And this is a song I usually like to outro this song rather than intro it, but today I'm going to intro it. This is a song written for an incredibly special friend, Louise Perham-Fisk. And Louise reached out to me in September of 2019, and she was coming to the end of a very long illness. Louise was an amazing, inspiring woman in leadership. She changed the lives of many, many people, particularly women in Queensland. And Louise she had become very sick. She'd had a lot of treatment over a 2-year period, and she reached out to me. She said, "I'm coming to the end of my treatment options. It's only a matter of time, and I would love you to write something for my memorial." Now, I don't know about you, but that's an advanced soul who can have the presence of mind to make a request like that. And I wasn't quite sure how to feel, and except incredibly privileged and honored that she would ask me. And I said, "Can you please be really specific about what you want?" And she said, "No, I know you will know exactly what is right." And so to have that level of faith and trust placed in me was truly a life moment. And The next song, the last song on the album, is the song I wrote for her memorial, which was played in March of 2020 at her memorial. And this song is called Forever Star.
A forever star emblazoned in the sky, a melody within the symphony of our lives, reminding us how beautiful it is to be the light. Journeys end and seasons come and go. Everything and nothing is the same. It brings me comfort when I close my eyes, but there's a place your wisdom flows. And you always live within me. With every breath my heart is in tune. With all the love you have to give, all the souls you touch when making it through. As I know you want us to. Always live within me. With every breath, my heart is in tune. With all the love you have to give, all the souls you touch will find a way to make it through. As I know you want us to. Oh, love. A forever star emblazoned in the sky, a melody within the symphony of our lives, reminding us how beautiful it is to be the light. And you always live within me. With every beat, my heart is in tune. With all the love you have to give, all the souls you touch, we're making it. As I know you want us to. Oh, love.
That was Forever Star, not being able to be with you in person, being able to be with you in the moment, in this moment, and share truly across the world this important milestone for me, and to be able to share music with a message, and your beautiful comments, especially after that last song, mean the world, because this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm creating music with messages that truly I feel like are coming through me. It's not me. It is what I'm here for. I am ready for what I came here for. And I have one last thing to do before we take Hayden quickly down to his dance rehearsal and photo shoot. But this is what came in the mail. So I had a listening party, an in-person listening party on Thursday night. And this was supposed to arrive in advance, and it didn't. And shipping, I know you understand the pain, but shipping and infrastructure is a bit of an issue right now. So my CDs didn't arrive for my in-person listening party, but they did arrive, and we haven't opened yet. So how fun. We're going to do an actual reveal. Hayden, do you want to do it? This is Hayden. Whoop. And can you, Hayden's going to be the headless Hayden right now. Can you crouch down a little bit? And let's open. Oh, okay, we don't need the scissors for opening the CDs, and we are going to need the scissors. I know this is riveting television, isn't it? But don't people do that? They have entire channels to open things. I'm going to go nuts with this. I'm just going to open the whole thing. This is the first time I am actually seeing the hard copy of the CDs, and I did think long and hard about whether or not to, oh my God, they look so good, to actually do hard copy CDs, but in the end decided that we would actually do a run of them because people were asking for them. And here we are. Look at this. Oh my gosh! Oh, she looks great. The CD cover looks great. Oh, I'm so happy. So this is it. An unboxing party. Yes, and it's glossy and all the tracks are there. And oh my gosh, this is a very, very exciting moment. I'm so excited for you to share this moment. Oh my goodness, because we're not here together in person, but here we are, ready for what I came here for. If you would like to buy the digital version in America, please, thank you. I know, Matt, finally, hey, and I did wear my dress so that I would match my photo shoot dress, that I would match the cover, because that is how I am. I can't help myself. So this is it. It really does feel real now. I have a new CD. If you're in Australia and would like to buy a hard copy, you can just reach out to me privately and I'll sort that out. Gina is saying hello, Hayden. So she's going to just pop quite quickly down just so she can see your, no, she needs to see your beautiful face.
Yeah, Hayden.
All right then, don't then. I am just overjoyed. Digitally,
hi, Gina.
There you go. Digitally, you can purchase the entire album or the special super duper bundle, KarenJacobsen.com. Now, every cent goes toward, well, other than the credit card charge, of course, but every other cent goes toward me continuing to make and record music. And goodness gracious, I'm really excited about having the actual CDs. I want to thank my incredible team Hudak here, Tom and Hayden, for all of their help and tech and everything that they did to make it all work in our house today and every day that I'm recording. And congratulations to Matt Anthony as producer of this album. May these songs live long, happy lives and reach the hearts of many, many millions of people. And of course, thank you for being here and sharing this moment. Yes, go Team Hudak, because I've looked out there in the world over the years and thought, oh gosh, how do people do it? And they finding fan bases and being part of a scene. And I've come to realize that the scene I have and that we have here together is our very own scene. And I'm thrilled and grateful and honored that you would share the last hour and 20 minutes with me while